Lego builders, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Black here. Today we're going to take a look at the Lego Marvel The X Mansion. This is set 76294. Recommended for 18 and up. Has 3,093 pieces. I was disappointed by saying that. Anyway, we got Wolverine, Professor X, Storm, Cyclops, Rogue, Iceman, Gambit, Bishop, Magneto, and Jean Grey. Not many characters for this big of a box, but we got the side box art. Or not side box art, but box art. The back of the box that shows all the features, and that it's a modular building, of course. That's a lot of rooms I gotta build. Oh boy. How fun. And then the beautiful side box art. So, I'm gonna unbox this. And I probably won't show the footage, so onto the speed build, I guess. So here is the completed set. So now we can take a look at the minifigures themselves. So here is Wolverine, Professor X, and Storm. So Wolverine is kind of a downgrade compared to the CMF figure that I do own, which I can show you. Obviously, CMF figures are just completely more detailed than just normal set figures. But here is the CMF version. Has arm print, dual molded legs, side leg print, obviously back print, and also has an angry face. But I got it from the Lego conventions a little while back, so it didn't come with a hairpiece. So that's the only thing that this guy is missing. Bought him for like 15 bucks there, though. But this one does come with a hairpiece. But this one doesn't have arm prints or dual molded legs or side leg print. But and then we have the boring Professor X, but it's actually my first Professor X, so I don't have much complaints about it. But others do. Because this is mostly a comic version of the X-Mansion and not the movies versions. So he's supposed to have a green outfit because it's from the comics, but they decided to just do like the movie version, which when he is wearing blue, I think. I don't really watch X-Men, so I'm not gonna know much about this set really, but I literally just I'm looking off the top of the box knowing the characters are. Obviously I know Wolverine and Professor X and Magneto. That's all I really know. I did watch Deadpool and Wolverine, so I do somewhat know who Gambit is. But yeah, so Wolverine is smiling. It's this figure, and also he does include the brown hair piece, which obviously you can turn around and stuff. Which that side looks weird. That's why I like the helmet or mask, whatever you want to call it. Professor X is in his little built chair. There's no leg print on him, so that's pretty much what he looks like. Then we have Storm with her unique cape piece. Or not really a piece, it's actually just a cloth. But it's actually very cool. And, you know, she's holding lightning stuff. She does have a second expression, which she's just smiling, So that's these three figures, so now we can go on to the next three. So here we have Cyclops, Rogue, and Iceman. I somewhat know who Cyclops is. I do know if you lift up that little eye thing, his eyes are literally lasers, so it shoots out, which it does come with like a little accessory where he can hold it up to his face. It's just a little thing with a spring-loaded shooter attached to it. But he does have a second expression. They all have second expressions, but we'll take a look at those after. And then Rogue, she has just leg print, torso print. She has a little bit of white on her hair, and she has like a little bandana. I think that's what they're called. And then we have Iceman, which is actually a dude I've been a little bit wanting, because I do have the Daily Bugle as well, as you guys know. So I do have the other side, which is Firestar, and I watched a review of it, which means I have Spidey and his amazing friends or something like that. But I really do like these little crystal, like icicles piece. I really do like those for his little glass. And then he has a little smile, so. And they both have second expressions. Cyclops being a little angry, and Rogue being somewhat happy. think that's what that would be. Somewhat happy and she's angry. So, yep, so now we can take a look at the last 3 figures. So I miscounted how many figures there are in this set. I thought they were 9, but there's actually 10. So, here is 3, there's 1 more figure I need to review after this, so, yeah. So now we have Gambit, Bishop, and Magneto, and Gambit being, like, now pretty popular because he was in Deadpool and Wolverine. I really do like this mold piece where it's like cards, like he shoots the cards or whatever he does, and he has a little staff. And then he has, you know, nice leg, torso print, blah blah blah. He does have 2 faces, and I believe this is a new hairpiece. I think, probably not, but he has a little smirk on him, and then he has an angry face. And then we have Bishop, which I don't know who he is, but he has really cool print, and he has like a big weapon and like some power stuff. This is the same hairpiece they used for whatever, Doctor Strange's frenemy from the first and second one. Second one he was a bad guy, the first one he was a good guy. I forgot his name, but same hairpiece. I think it's Mordo, but this guy's like all scarred up and stuff, so but he looks like a bad guy from that face. And then we have Magneto, which is the figure I wanted the most out of this set, because I've never had Magneto. And I think it's been a while since we've had the normal Magneto. So I'm really happy. And then it comes with the new molded cape, which I also love. I like the new cape. It's much, for me it's much better for display, and it looks a lot better because you don't have to worry about all the folds and stuff when you like accidentally fold the cape. I don't know how you would do that. I don't know what I'm saying. But he's on like a little thing, and he has 2 shield blast things. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to try to turn his helmet around, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so and then he's smiling on this side, and he does come with a hairpiece, which is, you know, this piece. The old man, I call it the old man hair. But yeah, so. And I really do like Magneto. Magneto's figure. I don't think they've changed much after all these years. So now we can take a look at the last figure and then go on to the Sentinel. So here is the last figure, Jean Grey. She has a little shoulder piece, and the same power stuff as Sinister Strange that came in the Sanctum a few years back. She has bright orange hair. Her face, unfortunately, is a little faded. Most of the people that have, you know, like a darker head compared to their skin tone, just like Cyclops and Gambit, their faces are all faded a little bit. Gambit's probably the best looking one in my opinion, but Cyclops suffers the same thing. It looks a little pale, but she looks the worst in my opinion when it comes to that. But I'm not complaining too much. It's not the, I've seen it many times before, so I'm used to it. And she has an angry face on the other side. So yeah, I think that's all I have. That's all I have for figures now. I think we can go on to the buildable Sentinel now. So here is the Sentinel buildable character. This actually brings me back some memories because I used to play the Lego, like the original Lego Marvel game. And this, like, you have to defeat these guys around the free world to like get a character or something. So brings me back memories, but it's not like a big figure like they've been doing with some things. It's just like a buildable, like, figure, like action figure. But cool nonetheless. He has like a little, like, tentacle thing where I can like get bigger, and then you can strap a person in his little trap thing. So I think that's kind of cool. And you can attach a figure on top of him if you so please, which I do. So it's, and then he has a lot. He has a little bit of a limited posability. Actually, never mind. I'm a liar. Well, yeah, you can't move his knees, but you can move everything else. You can move his waist, whole arm, hand, wrist, head, feet. So you can pose him any way you want, just without the knees. So it looks a little weird when he's standing. And then there's connectors on the thing. So however you want to display it on the mansion is however you want to display it. But yeah, and then the only sticker on this guy is his little chest. The face is printed, but I think you can tell that it's printed because it's faded a little bit, which is still a problem with figures and things like this. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. So I think we can go on to the mansion itself, if I can get this guy to stand before I close out this clip. There we go. So here is the mansion itself. It took me about 7 hours straight to build. It was really easy to build. It's just, very tedious with tiny pieces. So, and obviously, as you can tell, you can see all the action that goes on in the front of the mansion. Usually it's the front that has the most action, just like every other. Well, actually, the Avengers Tower has action going on two sides of the building, which, I mean, that thing is massive compared to this thing. This thing is tiny compared to that thing. It's also pretty small next to the Bugle too, which I will show you after I review this entire thing. So, this thing can open up every way you can think of. It also comes with a little bike you can attach, which is like Wolverine's bike. So I'm gonna clear all this, and then you're gonna see what it looks like without it. There, that is much cleaner, isn't it? The front has like a little bit of a destroyed section, like over here where like the Sentinel. This is where you can place the Sentinel because it has a little peg standing up, but obviously you can place that really anywhere you want. You don't have to follow the instructions, but I would. Just saying, I would. Because it is kind of hard to display him because his toes don't have studs on them or anything, so kind of left. And also you gotta be careful because like these little plates here are pretty fragile, or really anything loose is pretty fragile because it's only hooked by these little pieces. So but it has a little bit of some stickers. This set has a bunch of stickers. I think every Marvel modular that I've built has a bunch of stickers. Like all of them. I have all the modulars now. This is the final one I needed. And actually it went in order, which is funny. But what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I rambled too much. So has a little bit of detail, but yeah, oh yeah, that's right. This set has a lot of stickers. I remember now. So it has like a little X here. I'm gonna get my pointer real quick, so it just makes it a lot easier so you can see, and it's also very easy. So a little bit of a X there for like the little clock or like logo building thing. Then we have like a little, since like 1963 is how long the mansion's been around. And then we have, if I can zoom in, a sign is like Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, which is obviously Professor X's famous line. I think it's, I don't know what it is. I don't watch X-Men. I don't really know anything about X-Men. I just thought it was a really cool set, and I like X-Men. I just don't know much about it. And also, I just wanted to complete the Marvel modulars, so I did. And now I have all of them, which is cool. That's what work does for you when you're a teenager. Anyways, so both sides have trees, and both sides are the same, just this side's more destructive, and also this side has a sign. So I think, oh my lord, we can check out the side, or the back I should say. The back, it has a little bit of stuff on it, and okay, I will be right back by fixing this. So here is the back of it. It has Nightcrawler, a little poster. It has, here, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There we go. And we got that guy has a concert. I'm gonna go back. And then we have another thing that says Pixie was here, claws, and then there's like a little X thing. Then you have the trash can, which has appeared in every single Marvel modular. And every single time it has something inside of it. So it has a little pirate sword, a hat, I think that's a piece of gum, and a lid for like a soda or something. So, oh, I put it on the wrong side. There we go. You just place that there. I don't know where this brown piece came from. I don't have no idea. And then there's like a little basketball area. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll show you that. And then we got like all the mutants. They're like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. And then we got like Pyro. It says Pyro on the door. Yeah. And then there's also like this little switch, which I will show you what that does later. And then there's like this lawn pipe that has like a little bit of water. Yeah, I think that's really all for the back. I really hope my base plates don't fall again. So now I think we can take a look at the sections. So, oh, what did I do? Oh, hold on. Wait. What is it doing? Oh, it's already zoomed out. No, it's not. There we go. So this thing can open up in 3 sections. You can just literally just take this entire thing off. It does take a little bit of a hassle. I don't know if you're supposed to, but you can if you want to. They're barely connected on there. That's why it's so like a little bit of loose on the thing. Sorry, I'm just making sure the roof isn't falling apart on me again. Oh, like I said, that's very fragile, so you gotta be careful with over here. And I'll get you guys at a little bit of an angle. So, or you can take off the roof of every section. I'll just set them aside for now. And then you can just take these parts off. Just very simple. So now you guys can see the inside of each section. So I know this is a non-professional, but I'm just gonna show you what each room looks like. So I think this is like a weapon area. I believe that's what it is, because there's like fire and there's like rockets and missiles and stuff. And then inside it has like a little bit of like some like news going on, and there's the X door, which can slide open because there's a little thing over here, and then there's like a little newspaper which is right there. If it wants to focus, maybe. Nah, I don't want to. But I'll read it. I'll read what it says. It says mutant registration vote, and there's like a little X. For some reason, it doesn't want to focus on that. Oh, maybe it does. Nope, it doesn't want to. Excuse me. And then there's a little stud for a figure. Oh yeah, there's also that moves for some reason. I don't know if that's the torture room. I don't know what that is. And then here's the top of it, which also doesn't really have a floor. There's like a bunch of lasers and saws, and there's also a camera over here. And it says like UX266, and there's like little lights, and then there's like a little window. Cause there's like a little room. I don't know what this room is, but I think there's like a little checkered board of some sort, and there's like a bunch of control panels. So yeah, so that's this side. There's not much going on, but that's that side. And then here's the middle, which is, I think is the coolest because it has like a whole piece of the floor that has like a little X with like 2 chairs, and there's like this little statue thing, and then there's an elevator. Then there's Professor X and Magneto, like partners, like mutant partners or something, I don't know. And then there's class, danger room. Oh, that's probably what that is then. It's a danger room. And there's like a little flower, plants, and there's like a little statue. Then there's like all the mutants all together in one photo. So that's the bottom of the first, the middle. And here's the floor. It's like a little, oh, it's a lab. Oh, well, there we go. It's like a little lab for the mutants. There is like a little Easter egg. It has like Wolverine's X-ray of like his claws and stuff. Oh my god, if it ever wants to focus. And then there's like a little drawer stuff that I believe you can take out very easily. There's like VHS tapes in here. So then there's like another like thing. I think that's Charles Xavier's little mind thing. Then there's like a whole map, which is a sticker which you can also move. Oh, okay, or you can't move it. I don't know. I only have one hand. Hold on. Let me just. Oh no! Please don't fall. There we go. Hold on. I know this is weird. Here, I'm gonna fix this. Okay, I fixed it. So you can move it out the way. I just didn't want to for some reason. And then there's like a little thing. I think that's like a bunch of files. And then inside there's like a little needle. I can't get to it. And then there's the... So yeah, there's that. There's that floor. And then here's this side, which is a classroom, as it said. In the middle, it said there was a classroom. And we have like a beast professor upside down for some reason. I'm not sure why. And there's like a bunch of stuff. And then there's a thing that says travel. Then there's like a bunch of books and stuff. A little bookshelf. Then we have important info. Logan, which is also / Wolverine. There's that. So, and then there's a little map, world map, bulb thing. And then here's the second floor to that. There's like, I think it's like it's a bedroom. Has a little comic book. Has like a pack of gum. I think that's Cyclops and Rogue. I think that's what it looks like the most. Then we have a little sword, a little bottle, a bunch of stuff going on. There's like this little desk, with an incubator and like a blue head, and I think those are like bottles of some sort. And there's like a broken chair, I think that's what it is. And then there's a calendar with Wolverine on it, saying something like Alcart Lake or something like that. And then yeah, there's a little stuff. There's a boom box and 2 beds in the room. So yeah. So not much going on there in the X Mansion. They're really tiny rooms, and there's not much going on in there. But I'm gonna slide everything all back together, and then I'm gonna show you another thing that's gonna go on. So like I said, there was a lever behind here, and if you push it down, the entire thing explodes, just like acting like Magneto did it, or somebody did it. So I think that's kind of a cool feature. And then you can just kind of put it all back together nice and smoothly. And then this kind of just sits with gravity. So yeah. So that's a pretty cool feature. So I think that's all for the X Mansion. Yeah, so I think we can close out this video and then share my final thoughts of the entire thing. So I honestly think that this set is really not worth the price. It should be at least a $200 set, like at best, maybe $250. $330 I think for this seems a bit absurd. I do enjoy the set, but it's really small and doesn't come with much for it to be $330. I really think that's a little overpriced for what it is. It does have a lot of detail, but I don't know much about the X-Men. But everything that it comes in is really cool. The features are nice. Everything's nice. I don't really have any complaints about the set, besides of how small it is. It should have been, I think it could have been bigger. I honestly think it could have been bigger. I think that would go well for the X Mansion. A mansion. You know, mansions usually tend to be big. I mean, this is big, but not big enough. I don't know why I'm complaining about the size, but yeah. And also just some of the figures are really faded on the heads. So I'm gonna give this set a 7 out of 10. It's lost 3 points because the price, the faded head figures, and also it's just a little too small for what it is. Like this big of a box, and look how little it is. And then now I think I will show you what it looks like next to these guys over here. So we'll do that right now. So here it is next between the Bugle and the Sanctum. The Avengers Tower is outside the leg room because I cannot fit it here because there's a shelf there. So yeah. So I have most of the modular buildings in here. So that's what it looks like between the Bugle and the Sanctum. Yes, I would love for the Avengers Tower to be in here, but unfortunately the shelf is too long for it to happen. And also I think it's a little too tall. So I don't think it'd fit anyway. So yeah. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So I think I'm gonna close out this video, and I will see you guys in the next review. Goodbye.